Hello, my name's Ken Knight. I'm from Princess Motor Yacht Sales. We're here today in Swanwick Marina. Our main UK sales office is just over my right shoulder, and we're on board the stunning Princess F65. It's a boat we've been keen to bring you a video on for some time, but really the truth of it is this model is sold incredibly well, so we haven't had one in stock to be able to shoot. Today we've just come back from being off the berth. Really nice boat to manoeuvre. MAN V8 1200s, incredibly smooth with variable thrusters. We've just gone up to the corner there and just done some drone shots and off-berth photos, but it's an absolute pleasure to drive this boat. Lots of stability, lots of boat weight to keep you planted in place. But what we'd like to do is just walk you through the boat and give you an overview of what this model really has to offer. So we might as well start here. We're on the Flybridge, we're at the helm station. I've just talked how easy it is to manoeuvre this boat and what a pleasure it is. And I think the sensation I felt from driving the boat is just how smooth it is. You know, when you're putting the boat in gear, you're not getting a big surge, but you are getting that feel of power moving forward. You know, you're one engine at a time in and out of the berth. So lots of power there from those MANs, like I say, 1200 horsepower. So it's going to give you plenty of performance, well over 30 knots to drive this boat along. Really commanding helm position, everything you come to expect with a Princess, all flush fitted screens, all the instruments you'd expect, nothing you don't want, but not overwhelming, not complicated multiple touch screens for the most basic functionality, which is great to see. But then you've also got touch screens for integrating radar, navigation, digital engine displays as well, so it just strikes a really nice balance. This boat's a really high example in terms of specification. So what do I mean by that? I mean, it's got some big options fitted. We've got a Seakeeper 18 on board. We've got this big opening hardtop roof, so it can fully open. You've got lighting in this as well. Two really big options on a boat of this calibre you kind of expect to have on board. The owners that have bought this boat thus far have mainly been owner-operators, but you can operate this boat with crew. But I think you know, probably the beauty of it is size-wise, two people can handle this boat, but it gives you a lot of space on board. So if you're a large family, yeah, looking at this Flybridge, it's going to suit you really well. Got our helm seats here. Elevated finish, so we got the Allure pack, which gives us lots of niceties. That's why we get this diamond stitching on the helm seats here. Gives us this painted finish on the hardtop roof. But this layout, wherever I go on this Flybridge, is whopping. We've got a forward seating area, this large area for eating. We can fit a couple of directors' chairs here. Comfortably, we get 8 people around for dining. And then we've got this really nice dedicated sun pad aft. Really allows you to stretch out. Maybe you're underway cruising, very much sheltered from the wind back here. If you do want some shade, we've got an electric awning which will extend out as well, so just flexibility as to how you use the boat. This boat is a particularly stylish model. When you look at the overall aesthetics from the outside, that Pininfarina influence on the design is very strong. None so more than this GRP element that we've got at the stern here gives you a really strong, solid feel. We've also got our wet bar that we've become familiar with up here on the port side forward. Finished in this lovely oyster metallic grey. We've got a grill, we've got refrigeration, we've got a sink and the obligatory bin as well. So everything you need to enjoy a nice big lunch up here with families and friends in somewhere warm. The F65 is the pinnacle of the F range for Princess. And it's not hard to see why it offers so much. But let's go and explore a little more and unpack that further. So here we are on the swim platform of the boat. We just thought we'd carry on here and work our way forward so we don't miss anything. We've got a big high-low platform on this boat, 500 kilogram lift capacity, so it gives you lots of options as to what sort of size tender that you have on board. Got a nice seat as well, so even when a tender's installed, you can sit down and enjoy it. Maybe you just deploy the platform for swimming. Got our shower on the port side. And this is what we call med ready. So what we mean by that, up on the starboard side, we have a letterbox passerelle that can be deployed electronically, and then we have stern electric winches for snubbing lines, make life easier. On this class of boat, we've also got transom access, so it means that you're not going vertically into crew areas. So starboard side, we've got this nice easy door that opens up. Crew accommodation for 2 on this boat with their own heads compartment as well. Like I say, it is air conditioned, so your crew are well looked after, but it does give a very private access. Alternatively, if you're an owner, it's going to give you great access to storage, maybe in and out of the water. you remove the mattresses and you have storage in there for water sports, it's going to work well. Or if you've got extended family, you want to accommodate more people on the boat. But it is a 4-cabin boat already, so yeah, you can get lots of people on board. And then over on the port side, we've got storage. So nice, easy access, slides open. This is configured for 2 C-bobs there. We've got the stands. We've got the electrical points for the chargers. The C-bobs and the chargers aren't included, but can easily be fitted. Great use of space, because those C-bobs are quite heavy, so you've got really easy access direct from the water straight into their storage cradles. We've touched upon the shower there on the port side, but as we step up, we're into the cockpit of the boat. Lovely place, classic layout. Large table that can be made smaller if you want to. Gives you handhelds, drinks points as well. Got engine access here as well. We've got a little lazarette there on the port side. And then we've got our 3rd helm station. So like I say, set up for stern to berthing. Variable speed thrusters, our main throttles. And then we've got our anchor control there as well. But this is a lovely space, the way it opens up. Great arrangement with the aft galley. Yeah, lovely, wow. Really nice place. Just feels very calm the moment you step foot in this saloon. Fitted in the satin walnut, which tends to be the most popular wood we find with Princess. Curves everywhere. In the places you need them, so you don't snag them on the side of your hips. Aft galley is well appointed, so we've got large fridge. We've got freezer below. 4-burner electric cooking. We've got an oven below. Large dishwasher, storage wherever we can get it. So, you know, even though we've got extraction over the top here, we're putting lockers in. We've got lockers underneath the dinette on the starboard side here. More storage for the plates, nice and easy to the galley. So just really well thought out. But I love this aft seating area. We've got this really large table when we open it out. Great place for having, you know, any meal. Whether it's breakfast in the morning, you can have it maybe folded in half and maybe there's 1 or 2 people around it. Or you want to have more people and put a couple of chairs or stools on board. Yeah, it's a great place to be able to use it. And that's really a theme of this boat, is different places that you can enjoy on board. As we step up here into the main saloon, we don't need to eat up here. We've got this purely for socialising, this huge U-shaped wrap of seating, storage underneath there, lovely big coffee table, opposing sofa, so it makes for a very sociable arrangement. If you're a big group of people on board, people can really stretch out, and that's kind of what this boat oozes in terms of how it's arranged, in terms of how you're going to use it, the space it affords. Big pop-up TV, drinks cabinet below. This one's appointed with an ice maker that we've got here, and then fridge as well. And then if that's not enough seating, we've got another element up here on the port side forward, so we could have 2 people here sat, you know, engaged with the helm station when we're underway, maybe in less clement weather on passage making. But equally, I just love this table that has been sculptured into this area. Maybe it's a quiet place to have a little coffee in the morning, maybe it's somewhere just to do a little bit of work on a laptop. But if you don't need it, you can fold it away. You've got a PowerPoint there. And then we've got the helm station. Beautiful. And I have to say, the first thing that strikes me is just the craftsmanship that's gone into these seats. So many panels, beautiful diamond stitching, all that care and attention just results in a very, very luxurious, I think is the only word to describe these helm seats. Everything's beautifully finished, from the centre weighted cap in the wheel to plotters and instruments all being flush finished. On this model, the 65, it's the first size that Princess fit a helm door, so it's got an air seal. So yeah, most customers are going to be driving from the upper helm station, but it does give you the opportunity, maybe on longer passages, weather's not so clement, a very useful place to drive the boat from. And yeah, it's beautifully appointed. The thing I noticed when I drove this boat earlier was just how manageable it was. You know, yes, you've got big engines on shafts, which is really going to delight purists, but with the electronic Schneipner bow and stern thrusters, it's very easy just to manage this boat. There's no jarring engagement. Everything is very, very smooth and just manageable. And because of the boat weight, you can really get the boat into the berth quite comfortably. You know, simple handholds, cup holders, everything you want from a helm station. But let's go and explore the lower accommodation. So here we are on the lower deck of the F65. Really nice place, lots of light comes into here. We've got lots of indirect lighting as well. Just marries nicely with our satin walnut. It's a 4-cabin boat, the arrangement down here. So our 4th cabin is on the port side, is bunk cabins. Our 2nd cabin is on the starboard side. It's set out as 2 twins, but it's the option on this boat to electronically join those 2 berths together to become a double. So yeah, it gives you versatility. You've then got a heads compartment here on the starboard side forward, which is shared between the 3rd and the 4th cabin. And then we move forward to the VIP cabin, which is forward. It's a lovely cabin in here. You really start to feel the beam of the 65 in this cabin. Lots of elbow space, big island berth, appointed in the usual high standard that you get with Princess. Lots of overhead storage. So we've got 4 storage lockers, 2 either side. So squeezing storage in wherever possible. Big hanging locker this side, which is lit and lined. Plugs either side, more storage on the starboard. And then we've got a really large TV, AV package on this boat. And then we've got a lovely ensuite. And again, you really start to feel the size of this boat when you come into this heads compartment. Lots of space. You know, I'm not the biggest chap in the world, but if you are, you know, 6 foot plus, you're not going to be feeling restricted in here. Big shower cabinet as well. Works with the curvature and the flare of the boat here, so it's always a bit wider from the waist up the Princess. Just a clever use of space. Let's go and explore the master. So we drop down a couple of steps here down to the owner's accommodation. Just before we get into the owner's cabin, this has got a washer dryer fitted. Got a large compartment above, which is great for storage, but nice and easy for the people in the owner's cabin to access. And then we step into this cabin, flat floor, big space, lots of light coming in, beautiful. Nice settee here for, you know, relaxing in the morning, a little bit of privacy. Big berth, lots of storage on the starboard side, storage under the berth. And then we've got this large TV set flush mounted into the bulkhead here. Just very, very elegant, beautifully executed. It's just a very calm place to spend time in these cabins. And then on this boat, we've got a bulkhead and the heads compartment behind, which is a really nice arrangement. It's always going to help with noise deadening when you've got an air gap between the engine room and the master cabin. The Princess engine bays are incredibly well fitted out. Lots of attention detail to sound deadening, lagging, items on mounts like generators and soft mounts to prevent any noise getting transmitted out of that area, but there's no substitute for an air gap, and that's what this arrangement affords. We've got big storage here on the port side, so yeah, plenty of hanging space. This nice little dressing area with big mirror, smoked mirror, and then we move into this heads compartment. Very nicely appointed heads area. We've got this large mirror here, plenty of storage underneath the sink, just tucked into the side there. We've got a large shower as well. This one's got 2 shower heads, so we've got our rainfall shower in the deck head. We've got a separate shower head there, so hopefully that pleases everyone. I think what we'll do is we'll head up on deck. The foredeck's the one area of the boat that we haven't explored yet, so we're going to take a look. So as we go up onto the side decks here, lovely chunky stainless, come to expect with Princess, all made in-house. Got this really distinctive electric blue styling strip on this boat, part of that allure pack, like I say, lots of touches wherever, gives it a very distinctive look. Lovely handholds wherever you go. It's just important to admire how pretty this boat is. Just all the flowing curves, just right from the waterline, right the way up to the superstructure. We've got this massive curve here, but it's not just for aesthetics. What you find is as you move forward, it gives you more space for your shoulders. So you're not being pushed out overboard that maybe you can on some boats. Got our side door that we've already touched upon, and then we arrive at the foredeck here. It's just worth noting these really large wing lockers that we've got. They're very, very practical, both port and starboard. Allows you to swallow covers, maybe a couple of fenders. You've got another locker next to the anchor locker as well. So really, you don't need to take any fenders aft. You can store everything up here. Makes it that much easier for family members or people that are crewing to where you stow things. And then this foredeck is fantastic, really large. This model, the F65, is the first one of this new foredeck configuration. What I mean by that is the evolution really with the seating. So we have this backrest here, can be set out as a traditional sunbed, but also maybe in your evening, your stern to, you want to sit opposing each other, be sociable, engage. Got a little table for drinks. Yeah, lovely spot in the evening for enjoying some sundowners. We've also got a fridge compartment nestled between the two beds here. So if you are up here during the day, there's no need to go aft to get a cool drink. You can stow some drinks there. I really hope you enjoyed looking through this Princess F65 for me today. It's a pleasure to bring you this video. I don't think it's hard to see why this tops the F-class range. The attention to detail, the exquisite design, the elegance through the whole boat, right away from that mast on top of the hard top to the lovely hull mouldings on the outside. That attention to detail runs from top to bottom on this boat. Videos are a really useful tool. We can walk you through the boat, we can explain what she has to offer, but actually there's no substitute for stepping on board in person. This yacht is based in Swanwick Marina. If you'd like to arrange a viewing, please don't hesitate to give us a call.